If you hear a cat during this recording, it's my cat and not my neighbor Dan's cat that I have stolen 3 weeks ago. Dan, this is not your cat. Dan! Okay, he has his moment. Did you ever have a dream where a guy called Nikola Tesla invited a lot of random drivers to compete in an interdimensional race against each other to give you... Okay. No? Then this wasn't a dream. It was a 2003 movie called HotWheels World Race. As a kid, I watched this movie like twice when it ran on the German TV network Super RTL or Toggle. My name is Gal. I do not have an intro, and I'm going to introduce you to one of my favorite kids movies, Barbie and the Three Musketeers. What is it? We're talking about Barbie in another video? We're talking about a Hot Wheels. Who cares about Hot Wheels? So yeah, the movie starts with a driver trying to do a loop-de-loop in a dystopian world and failing, dying. But don't be afraid. No real driver dies during this race. It's just a robot. Even though I kind of remember somebody screaming during this scene in the German synchronization. So yeah, in the German synchronization, somebody dies during this opening scene. In America, it's just a robot because nothing bad happens to people in this series, right? So yeah, Tesla just says that robots cannot compete in this race. We need humans. And this is where we get introduced to the first human. You would think, who would it be? Somebody like Sebastian Vettel, one of the best racers in the world. If you guessed a 16-year-old teenager who is skating all the time and talks like a hip skater, then you would be correct.
Bummer.
Smells like caca and wee-wee in here. Let me introduce you to Vert. He's a guy that just passed his driver's license test with 100%, and this qualifies him to ride in an intergalactic death race. Plus he gets neglected by his dad who is in the army.
Whoa. Check it out.
Greetings. Because of your extraordinary abilities, you have been chosen to take part in the world race.
Vert enters the stadium. He enters and sees a flying hat, which is Tesla, explaining to them what they are doing here.
I see that you've all found your driving suits. My name is Peter Tesla. I'm the founder and president of the Scrim Corporation. I've invented the most advanced racing technology the world has ever seen. In the world race, you will take this technology to its limits and beyond.
Cool.
Everybody got a car by Tesla, designed by Tesla, to compete in a interdimensional race. The winner of the race is the one that can give him the wheel of power. Plus, those racing tracks are too designed by aliens thousands of years ago. The winner that gives him the wheel of power gets 5 million. And Vert is in for it.
Way cool. What would you do if you had that kind of money?
I do, and I've done it.
16-year-old motherfucker that wins 5 million? Holy shit, those are a lot of chili dogs. Now let's get to the cars. Every single car has a different unique ability. For example, this guy that's called Taro has the ability of just being magma safe. Kadeen has the ability of going through sand. This guy, Kurt, I do not know what his car can do. Benji's has a chainsaw, and Leilani and Bert's, well, they can fucking fly.
I'm a team of one.
So let's just see how good Vert, the 16-year-old, is with the car. He crashes it during a ride through the desert, and Taro calls him out.
This isn't a game, kid. You're a driver now, not a surf rat.
Anyways, we go to the first race. The way that somebody enters this race is to speed up to 300 miles per hour, and then a portal opens that you can enter through to the racing track. I don't remember how it got distributed throughout 2003 because I wasn't born in 2003. I came 1 year later. Screw you, parents, for not letting me see the light of day in 1989. I could have watched the movie live when it came out. I think it was with a lot of shorts that are now put together to a 2-hour movie because the racing does not make any sense. One time somebody else is in first place that a second ago was in last place. It just doesn't make sense. So now let's go to the loop-de-loop that we saw in the beginning of the movie. And yeah, Taro and Kurt just ignore it. They say we can't make it and continue the drive. But then a jump appears in front of them and they're like, no, we cannot do that. And this is where Benji comes, another character where I hope that nothing bad ever happens to him.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna make it. Not gonna make it. Ah! What's the matter, Benji? Didn't you ever grind a half-pipe?
Now, the skater himself, Vert, comes in. Thanks to his skater brain, he just uses the loop as a half-pipe. Takes enough momentum, flies to the other side, and then just drives over the cliff, making the jump. Everybody made it to the other side, and out of nowhere, a guy in black appears. His whole car is black and he puts a nitro booster on the track and lets it explode. Now the track is gone and magma is where the track is used to be. But thank God, Vert has a flying booster and can just fly over it. And Taro, well, his car is volcano safe. And Leilani has a booster too, so she can just fly over it. What? She just drives through the magma. Well, she gets caught in the magma, and now somebody has to save her. Taro, being the simp that he is, just says, yes, I'm not gonna just let her die. He goes back, and then Vert has this inner monologue and helps Taro. They save Leilani and Kurt without him ever. We never really saw him after the loop-de-loop. How did he win? Holy shit, it's the driver in black. Anyways, now Tesla explains that everybody needs to build up a team. Vert just grabs himself Leilani and Alec from the beginning of the movie. The other people too get a team, but most of those don't even have a voice line, so I'm not gonna tell you everybody's name. By the way, they are in the jungle. Now, the problem is that Kurt just got his driver's license and does not know a lot of people except of Alec and Leilani, who did not get the opportunity to create her own team, become his team members. So where should he find a fourth team member? So Kurt's brother, Marky, somehow found Kurt. I don't know how he did it, but he found Kurt's car and did sick tricks with it. Marky isn't allowed to enter Kurt's team, so he just enters with Vert and becomes a surfer. Surfer boy. No, he becomes a wave reaper. Every single team has a different name, but I'm too stupid to remember those, so now we get introduced to the villain of the story. Kurt meets up with a woman called Galora.
Wheel of Power. We start racing again tomorrow.
Will it be at the end of the next track?
I don't know. Even Tesla doesn't know. I know you say he can't be trusted.
No one can be trusted with the Wheel of Power. To follow orders.
Is she a bad bitch? Kurt thought that she looks hot, and I'm gonna trust the hot person over an old guy that gave me cool car. Now the next race begins, and we're in a jungle, so the next race is jungle themed. Yeah, once again, we just start the race, but with a lot more people. At some point, Benji's team finds a shortcut and takes the shortcut, even though they're in the lead and do not need a shortcut. Vert's team too finds the shortcut.
Guys, we're supposed to be a team.
We can still catch these guys, Vert.
You catch him, Alec. Marky and Lonnie may need my help.
Alec tries to convince Vert that they can just hinge for themselves, but Vert does not trust the woman that almost died in the last racing track and the guy that just appeared out of thin air. While the others are driving throughout this shortcut, Kurt spots a place on the shortcut, a big ass bridge that he now wants to destroy, so the people on that racing track die.
What it looks like, we just hit a red light.
The next big moment that they have is when they all meet up in front of a jump with a big ass wheel. They have to jump through the wheel that's spinning like a... What's spinning? A carousel? Leilani is quick to think.
I've used my onboard computer to calculate the timing configuration of the rotation and coordinate it with the distance of the jump.
Can you put that in English?
Or at least Spanish?
The computer gives you a green light.
So, yeah, they do that. They jump through it. Once again, Kurt sees this ventilator and wants to destroy it, so everybody dies. But this is when he sees Marky and something in him activated. It's called empathy. So yeah, he doesn't kill his brother and just continues on with the ride. And everybody jumps through.
What do you think, Banji?
I came here to race.
I say we go for it.
Gotta go fast. So Benji and Vert just have to take the risk and start driving whenever. They somehow make it, and a second later the wheel explodes. Back to the regular racing track. I think Kadeen winning, and once again no wheel of power. We are now in Africa, near the hometown of Kadeen. There we find out a bit more about Kadeen. He talks to one of his town's oldest.
What are you doing here when your city needs you?
I need to win this race. With the prize money, I can...
I see danger waiting for you on the road you travel.
How will I recognize it?
How should I know? I'm blind.
We didn't need a character that has so much depth. But we got Kadeen, and I'm really happy. I really like. He's one of the most sympathetic characters, and nothing bad will happen to such a sympathetic character, right? So yeah, now he's talking to Vert about his people and about everything that's going on, and Vert starts to sympathize with Kadeen. The next race is one of my favorite races. It's a desert race that starts on sand, meaning that if you don't have wheels that can ride on sand or can fly, you are fucked. Well, now you might ask, why is this my favorite race? Is it really competitive? Is there some kind of cool scene, or is there's a dinosaur? There is a dinosaur. They are riding on a big ass dinosaur. They start on the back of the dinosaur and jump out of the tongue of the dinosaur. This is the only reason I like this track so much, because of a dinosaur. Anyways, two of Kadeen's team can't make the jump, and you never see them getting saved. So yeah.
All around me are familiar faces, worn out.
At some point in the race, they saved them. Anyways, now we have Kadeen on the lead, and during the race, Kadeen finds a suspicious looking wheel. He thinks this is the wheel of power and takes it, puts it on his car, and thinks, I won. But oh no, evil Kurt comes and tries to kill him. Kadeen loses the wheel and they race for it. Anyways, Kadeen and Kurt are now facing each other off in an awesome fight.
You lose.
Kurt Wild?
You have to give me the wheel of power.
I found the wheel, and I'm going to win the race.
No!
Don't trust Tesla! He falls off the tracks. That's what I wanted to do with Don't Trust Tesla! I can just show you the clip. Now that I think I can just show you the clip. I don't need to reenact it badly. Don't trust Tesla! Kadeen takes the wheel of power, becomes last, except of his two teammates that are still getting brown in the sun. because nobody really saved them. Somebody has to save them. While he's riding through the portal, the wheel just vanishes.
It's gone.
And everything was for nothing. He almost died for nothing. And yeah, everybody finds out that Kurt is a traitor. Kurt once again talks to Galora.
You aren't going in alone. These two clip drivers will go through the portal with you. They will make sure you reach the end of Highway 35 first.
I don't need their help to win.
I decide what you need.
You know who sims for somebody? It's Taro Leilani. The two of them click. The fourth race. So yeah, Kurt finds out where the last race will start, and he cuts first with his two new buddies, and they run in. And when they entered the race, the two new buddies started flying, because in reality those two are jets and placing bombs. Jets, and they just place bombs all around the ice level. By the way, did I mention that this is an ice level? Everybody hates those. When everybody else enters, nobody really can go through the ice, so they have to teamwork.
Maybe we should all work together.
I'll think about it.
And get the ice away. Except of Marky, who just flies over the ice. I don't know why the other guys from Vert's team didn't just fly over it, but Vert's like, no, don't. And Marky's just, why? But yeah, Marky is the only one that's smart enough to just fly over it. And she tries to defeat his brother.
All mines are laid on the track and armed.
You have to detonate the mines before the racers reach them, so you just block the track.
What you want does not matter.
That's my brother in the lead.
Kurt's like, no, Marky, listen to me, listen. Don't follow me. I have two guys that try to kill you, but Marky is like, I don't give a shit.
Mine!
Kurt tries to save Marky, but one of his new teammates is like, no. But Kurt's like, no, I have to save my brother. And he crashes his teammate's flying car. This is when it gets revealed that those teammates of Kurt's, they are spider robots.
The Accelerons built this track for human beings.
The biggest fight between Kurt and the robot comes in. The robot overthrows him and almost kills Kurt, but then Marky comes. The explosion that Marky caused previously made the whole track unrideable, and now the other drivers have to find a different way to go through. They have like one of those, I don't know, they have some kind of GPS, and it gives them a new road. So now they are just driving through the ice. So afterwards, Marky and Kurt defeat the robot, and Vert is number one and makes it to the Wheel of Power first. As soon as Vert touches the Wheel of Power, everybody else gets teleported back into reality, and yeah, Vert wins. Yeah, now Tesla gets the wheel, everybody in Vert's team gets 5 million, and we think that's over. Kurt goes to Galora and says what a bitch she is.
Only a human driver could bring the wheel to this world. But now it belongs to anyone with the power to take it. You are no longer needed. Goodbye, Kurt Wilde. It was a pleasure using you.
Anyways, Tesla tries out his invention, and everybody forms an alliance and says, we want to race again. We want to race this world race once more.
Highway 35 was a test. That's why the Accelerons built it. To see if we were ready for this. What's happening?
Everything goes sideways. His robot buddy that he has throughout the whole movie dies because he gets a shock.
Gig!
So he tells to the people to return the Wheel of Power, but this is where Galora comes into place.
You have 3 minutes to hand over the Wheel of Power. If you do not surrender the wheel, this entire complex will be destroyed.
They take the wheel of power, everybody flees into world race, and the robots go and follow them. There's a big ass fight scene. Everybody fights the robots, and somehow in the end they manage to bring back the wheel of power, and there's like this big ass city, and they spawn back in town, back in the first race, and like Tesla is like, good job! Even Vert's dad somehow finds out about it, and he's like, good job, Vert! Everybody gets to keep their cars, and yeah, happy ending.
Looks pretty complicated. What's this button do?
Dad!
Bert?
Ride away, Dad!
Bert!
Yeah, by the way, I kind of forgot to mention that. Galora is a robot. She gets like an injury, and turns out she was a robot all along. I don't know why I didn't mention it. I'm really tired. I've been editing this video for a while now. I'm really sorry. I'm zoning out. Subscribe to my YouTube channel.